Take my bra down.
I mean, it's not a shot.
No. Okay.
So, thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm. I needed a cup of sauce on the side to dip this in.
Understandable.
Yeah. Pepperoni is under the cheese.
You know, that is a crazy thing that, like, nowadays it's like an ongoing running gag where everyone's like, oh yeah, pineapple on pizza, it's terrible. You know, why would you put fruit on a pizza? But, you know, tomatoes are
It's
fruit.
freaking delicious.
You know, but, you know, tomatoes are fruit. And if we really want to get Italian,
Well, tomato just became a fruit within the last 10 years. Regardless,
still a fruit.
tomatoes, cucumbers, squash.
Anything with seeds.
Yeah, they just classified those as fruit the last 10 years. So,
But yeah. But, and then if we really want to get all Italian with it, you put bacon on there, that's bad too.
anything on American style pizza is bad for you.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, we're gonna be traditional.
Probably, if you was getting it in actually Italy, it'd probably be healthy. But
Probably,
once it crossed the borderline, everything
oh
here
yeah,
is
everything
unhealthy.
deep fried and
Dipped in
nothing.
butter and grease,
Of course, because
Well,
that's the American way.
saturated fat.
Saturated. Yeah, so it's very unhealthy. But you know what is healthy? Another episode of Box of Topics, because you never know what you're gonna get.
Well, you never
How
know.
you doing? Yeah.
Well,
How you doing? I tried flicking the hat off. It didn't go as well as I thought it would. I guess I had it on too tight. But if I have it on like a lot looser to the side, just see, there we go. How you doing? I'm wearing two. I just realized I was wearing two employee uniforms at the same time.
Yeah.
Wearing DoorDash on my head and Buffalo Wild Wings on my chest. What am I wearing on my pants? Taco Bell.
Guess who's here? Xander's here.
How you doing?
Hey, I had another 12-hour shift today and was hoping I could catch y'all tonight. Hope you're both doing well. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Definitely am. I just had. I'm actually quite excited, really. Yeah.
Okay, we got. Now I know that's. I think it's supposed to be Blackout Zeno.
Okay.
They say hi.
Hello.
Eventful Silver Zero say hi.
How
The
you doing?
Noodleheads say hi.
Alright.
All right, and Blackout Zeno says hi again.
How you doing?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast.
Because you never know what you're gonna get.
Exactly.
But me personally, I'm quite excited. In a pretty good mood.
What you excited about?
Well, I was just on another call with my little, I guess, voice acting work buddies, and they was telling me that not only am I getting another typical character, which just I'm just having the deep voice, so I was like, duh. But he was letting me know that, this time around I'm gonna have a more higher pitched character, and I'm like, oh, finally, jeez.
Watch out. Okay, Blackout Zeno says they liked.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Appreciate you.
Very nice person.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely, I'm glad about that. I thought it was going to be something way more obscure, but hey, I'll get what I can get.
It's your acting troupe. Yes.
And then as he was like describing the character to me, I'm like, I already know what to do. Yeah, I got this. He's like, yeah, but you gotta. He was like, you gotta make sure when you're voicing this character, you gotta act like you're like losing your mind, like you're going crazy. Yeah, easy. What? I live in Detroit. What are you saying?
So you just want me to do some everyday stuff?
You know, like,
what you're saying.
Be over dramatic, be over the top. Have you not met me? Because there'll be times, right? And I tell people this: you ever just, because you have free will, just start doing weird stuff because you can? I do. I definitely encourage it. Just be sitting somewhere instead of just doing nothing. Just
Well, I dance in the car all the time like nobody's watching, even though I know they're watching me.
oh, of course.
I sing in the car like nobody is near me, but I know they can hear me. I don't care.
Sometimes I sing to myself. Sometimes I do.
Mhm. I
Maybe
love it.
something in the settings where it has like a timeout feature, because that's
Have you seen Detroiters? Okay, Devin.
no, no.
That's Devin.
Huh?
Devin Wish Weisenhausen. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correct. I'm sure I'm not. But Devin Weisenhausen says, "Have you seen Detroiters?"
So there's two of
So,
us now.
mhm.
That's not
What
gonna
do
get
you mean?
confusing.
Have we seen? Is that a movie, or are you asking? Have we seen Detroiters as in people, or because I'm looking at one right now.
Hi.
Oh, Xander says, "I love dancing like nobody's watching. I do it all the time on the sales floor at work. That's what's up." Oh, it's a show. No, I haven't seen it.
No, me neither. But I feel like it has something to do with the people around.
Not to be biased, but if you're gonna get involved in a Detroit show, watch this one.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. Because I mean, like, it's not super dramatic, and it's not a whole bunch of craziness going on. You ain't got to worry about, oh no, I just hit my car, and with a lot of people. Oh no, nothing crazy like that. Ain't gonna be no sad news. Well, strictly only sad news. Why is it always like that? Like, and then you know what's weird? You know what's weird? Whoever be running the news, can y'all stop the whole? So today, a little girl diagnosed with cancer got hit by an 18-wheeler truck. We're gonna go and show
crazy.
pictures of it right now. Viewer discretion is advised for people at home. And then after the whole thing, we're calling out to the families. Oh, that was my little girl. Hey man, I couldn't see. Oh, it was my little girl. And then after that whole segment of going through that for like an hour and a half, they're like, all right, now we're gonna cut the sports. Who wanted to see me hit a birdie? Nobody cares, bro. Like, you just ruined my whole mood. I'm sad, and now I hate trucks. Why would I want to see golf right now?
Or, well,
Gonna have some mini games in the middle of all this depression.
I just came back from the city of Taylor fireworks. It was very interesting. I don't think I can get excited about fireworks anymore.
Yeah.
We used to do it a lot when I was a kid. Go downtown. It was just the whole thing of going downtown for me. Downtown Detroit, all the people. You get there early. You set up. You stay until nighttime, and then the fireworks happen, and then traffic would get you home late. And then you go to bed late. And you be all excited because you're in bed late.
It's taboo. It's not what I'm supposed to.
Right.
I mean, no. I mean, shoot, I get it. Like, what's like one of the most extreme things I've ever done? I know. There was one time I was going over a friend's house, right, and everyone else was gone. Before I left, I had a plate that I was done with my food. I left it on the table instead of throwing it away. Ooh, extreme. And then I threw it away once I got home, right? But it was just.
Wait. So you left it on the table instead of throwing it away, and then what? You took it home with you?
No. I went, hung out with my friends, came back, saw the plate still there, and then I threw it away.
I would have I would have tracked you down.
But yeah, extreme, man.
Yeah, but
I'm dangerous. I live on the edge. I make my own rules.
Yeah, but we went to the Taylor fireworks. It was nice though. It was. I mean, I'm not thrilled by fireworks anymore, but it was still a nice, chill family moment time. It was impromptu, so not prepared at all. It was people pulling out coolers and barbecuing and pulling out chairs, and I was like, well, dang, had I known that's where we was going, because all I knew, information I knew when we left the house, when I left the house, was they were going skating. So I don't know, for some odd reason, I was like, let me put on something a little cute. Because normally I just throw on my workout pants, my workout shirt, my gym shoes I've been wearing to work in physical therapy for the last 6 months. I just throw that on. RKS
Hey,
Mutual!
buddy, you back? How you doing?
Hey! Yeah, so, but I put on this lovely burgundy-ish purple dress, and then I put on some matching purple hair, and I had on these cute sandals, and I was like, let me go out. And then yeah, then we ended up going down there for the fireworks. And I was like, I'm glad I put on something a little, little pizzazz, little zhuzh. Oh, okay. Devin, which I'm gonna start. Devin W.
Okay.
I was in a mosh pit yesterday, and it was pretty crazy. And people were throwing hands and dancing as people. That was probably the craziest thing I've ever done. Okay. Well, I don't know if I want to tell the craziest thing I ever done. You know how you see people do dumb stuff and then put it on video, and then you be like, why? I don't want no evidence, because that might catch up. But it wasn't when I was a kid. It was when I got older. When I got older, I graduated from being lame to a little wild. No, a lot wild. And I used to do a lot of stuff, unbeknown to my mother. And definitely, I still did some stuff when my kids were young. Dang sure they don't know. So there's no need of admitting anything now. I mean, I got away with it. Might as well just leave it there.
Yeah, I'd rather not know.
I'm sure you wouldn't want to.
Yeah, no, because, like, that's like the number one thing. You see your parent being this really nice person.
With shoes on Weisenhausen. That's how it's pronounced. Yeah, okay. I'm bad with that. I was 101 pounds when I was knocked down in a mosh pit. Two big burly biker guys picked me up, asked me if I was okay. When I said yeah, they hit my back and said, then keep on running, kid. Best concert ever in this moment.
Wow.
That's Xander. I during the fireworks though,
Okay.
we parked in this parking lot. It wasn't because we were by Heritage Park. If anybody is in Detroit, Taylor, you'll know it. I really don't even know where Heritage Park is. I was following the driver. So we ended up parking in this physical therapy place that's no longer open. So they said no parking for Heritage Park. So then when your brother parked there, I was like, can we park here? And then so of course my grandson explained, oh yeah, we can park here, but we just can't park here and go to Heritage Park. So we got there kind of early. So we was like the first cars that parked in the parking lot. Okay. And then it got packed and they blocked off one end of it and people like kept coming in and I was like, I should just park my truck on the other side to keep people from coming in because the kids was out there trying to play and there was this one car that whipped up in there so fast, I swear to God, it was about to get ugly.
Mm.
Yes. But yeah, it's like, wait, hold on.
Is that?
I'm behind. I got my back. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Devin W said that's exactly how it goes. It's so fun. I went to a punk concert at the House of Blues in Cleveland. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, and then Xander says a hella fun. Always wanted to go to the House of Blues. Oh, okay. I want to go to the Jazz Fest for the food, but not the jazz.
I like jazz.
You do? I don't.
What?
I don't like jazz.
What's
I
not to
never
like?
have.
That's crazy.
I mean, there is some jazz music that I like, but I cannot sit in a room and listen to jazz for longer than I can listen to the songs I like, but just like turn on a jazz station.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no. Let's see. RKS Mutual. I want to buy a microphone and sing in the streets of Hawaii, trying to build a set to perform at different street spots. You know what? Xander, that was RKS Mutual. Xander saying, let's all get together and perform all across the world. Hey, now that would be nice.
That would be.
Now, that would be nice.
I'm just
Don't
not
tempt
too.
me with a good time now.
I'm just not too talented in the instruments.
Devin W says, what kind of set? Oh, he's asking RKS Music what kind of set. I mean, in pure honesty, I've seen people turn a couple of plastic buckets over and sit down and just go for it. I mean, you really, the thing I like about artistry, because RKS Mutual singing is an art. So the one thing I love about artists is that you don't need really anything to perform. You don't. I got a microphone. I'm the microphone. Bleh. I have a speaker that will also, it's a new feature that they have where you can push the button and it becomes a microphone, megaphone. And I'm telling you, that's all you need. You don't even, just something where, and then bring a stool or a chair.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you don't even need instruments, because one of my favorite genres of music is acapella. I love
acapella, or you could just bring a phone and be playing the music.
I did that once.
Yeah, it's okay. Xander says I've got guitar, vocals, bass, and piano covered. Ooh, and harmonica. Insert screening harmonica noises here. That's what's up. I mean, being able to play multiple instruments, that is a great thing. And yeah, we went inside Circle K gas station. Not to say I was a little disappointed, because you know Circle K is Kroger's gas station. You go to Myers gas station, it's so much food in there and stuff. So when I went in there, I was kind of expecting the same thing, and it was like, you know what? I take that back. They had everything, but I guess the way they had it positioned.
Oh, it didn't feel like convenient.
Yeah, it didn't feel right, because like the coffee, all the drinks are along the wall.
Okay.
And I don't know, I like it better, even though they still had it though, but I like a coffee island. Is that crazy?
No, like when they have all the setup to make the coffee and all that.
Yeah, and it's like people on both sides can, get the coffee. This was just like on the wall. And then like you go like down the wall and it's like different drinks that they had. They had the frozen drinks, the slushies, the fountain drinks. Then you go down further and there was the iced coffee. Then it was the hot coffee and the hot chocolate. And then, then at the end of it, then there was this little case where you can get the different creamers and sugar and all that kind of stuff. The flavored sugars. Which, it was cool though, but
so
it
functioned more like a cafeteria line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I mean, if the place is meant to be set up like that, then fine. But because that kind of messes with like the norm of what you're used to. Because you're used to it being like a coffee section. And a lot of gas stations, they either have a coffee section or it's a slushy section. Sometimes both. And
this was, yeah,
it's all dedicated to have the cups be there and all that.
Speedway, coffee or 7-Eleven, coffee is like on this island, and then on the other wall,
then there's
a
slushy.
Yeah, it's separate. So it's just kind of weird, like you just go down the line and it was all the stuff. Okay, we
with
got
your tray and everything.
We got people talking here. Devin W says, sometimes I feel spoiled because my drum set feels super difficult to play on, and I hate the feeling of it and ending up adjusting it all day, but the next day I see a homeless guy playing a bucket better.
That really does
There is more. say then I can ever play the drums. Xander say I don't care what anyone says. Drums are hard. They are harder to tighten and tune than guitar. A church organ to me is easier than drums. Then Devin W says my set is a 7 drum kit for $500. Used plus some super expensive cymbals, but it still feels wrong sometimes. I don't know why.
Maybe it's not exactly what you're like. Like,
He said exactly. I don't know why. How some people can hop on someone else's kit and play it completely normal without having to mess with anything. I was just about to say that.
yeah. Some people they just kind of just go with it.
And
Um,
you know, it goes with the whole thing. Like, you know, when your computer is acting up or your phone is acting up,
mhm.
and then as soon as you take it to the repair shop, it just flawless, no problems whatsoever. You be like, I swear to God, this was acting up before. So it's probably the same thing with the drums. Like, it won't act
Or
right for you.
yeah,
Somebody else just come along and be like, what are you talking about?
or it might be the whole like you ever like listen to a recording of your own voice and it don't sound right.
Everybody says that.
Yeah. For now, a lot of times whenever that happens, people I don't get it. It sounds the same. You no, don't. But now, with me, yeah, no, my voice sounds perfectly fine now. Cause
I was just about to ask you, when you watch these videos, do you sound okay to yourself?
yeah,
Okay, because you sound just like yourself. It used to be when you record, I don't know what it was with the recordings. Maybe it's because we was in the Matrix at the time.
no, I mean like it was the same thing. Even when I like would make videos, I didn't like hearing my voice back, and yeah, but now I'm okay with it. It's fine now. So shoot,
Okay.
I say just try to go for it. See if make a fun little beat. Try to have a fun time.
Yeah, you know what? What I would say is play it. Don't listen to yourself. Because I know a lot of people, they have the headphones on because when you listening to yourself, it doesn't sound right. But record it and listen to the recording and see how that comes out. Okay, Devin W says some people just have a way with certain items. I
True.
mean, yeah. Okay, then Xander says I've had people tune my guitar from standard to drop D. Oh, this is so, and I'll just tune it back to standard when they leave. But I throw hella hands if someone return my drums. Okay,
Understandable.
he said, oh, retune.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
Devin W says, yeah, luckily I have memory locks on the rack times. Okay, this is all instrument um
Lingo.
references. Yeah, lingo. I know.
Yeah.
But oh, and then we was in Circle K. Of course they was playing a song and can't help myself.
Just
No, I wasn't dancing, I was singing.
yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah. I do it every time. I used to just try to, but now I remember one time we was in New York. Man, I was so loud on the escalator. They could hear me. I was on the first floor. It traveled up to the third floor. My voice. I was like, oh wow. Because when I got up there, the guy said, I love your voice. I was like, how you know that was me singing? He was like, oh, I know. I was like, oh, okay.
That's
All
cool.
right. You know what? Xander says he missed New York. Did you enjoy yourself when you was in New York? Nothing really stand out. I know your brother can't stop talking about that sandwich at that Italian place we went to.
Indeed. It was quite a nice sandwich.
But New York for me, the first time, it was like, oh my God, I'm finally in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second time I was in New York, I was like, okay, I'm in New York. Devin W says it just makes it easier to keep the instrument exactly how you want it to be oriented. Oriented. Okay, I think I said that right. I'm sleepy too, so don't hold nothing against me here. Devin W says, I've never been to New York. Okay, so New York, uh, seeing the sights were great. I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
I was highly disappointed in the food. I expected, not unless I was going to some of the bad places, but I went to the places where people were talking about the great, oh my God, Nathan's hot dogs and this and the other. I'm gonna have to say, Detroit Coney is better.
Yeah.
Um, it's a lot of stuff that they had out there. I didn't like the pizza. I like Detroit style pizza better than I did New York style.
You know what pizza I enjoy the most?
You need help with
Nah, I'm fine.
that? Okay, wait. Let me see.
I enjoy Chicago style.
Oh, Chicago style's the bomb, baby. Oh, Xander says it was like a dream. Every street like a tracer on my mind that my eyes never unsaw. Completely surreal. Devin W said, I live a mile from Cleveland and I don't care what people say, but when you walk through your home city, it feels like a dream and it feels absolutely huge. Every building seems like $1 million mansion. Okay, so I've never been in those parts of Cleveland. I've driven through Cleveland many times. Going to Kentucky, driven through Cleveland. What I can say about Detroit, I'm gonna say Detroit definitely has had an upgrade. It's not the same as it used to be when I was a kid. We used to go downtown. Downtown is so different now, and there's so many stores and stuff. And the way they building up, like the Riverwalk and all that kind of stuff, you feel like you out of town. I mean, if you're not used to how old Detroit was, which I am. So New Detroit though, it really, I mean, it makes you feel like I don't even need to go nowhere. Everything is here.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Because there's all those different restaurants, all those different places. Now, okay, okay. The only thing that's going to be stuck with me when it comes to New York is that museum we went to.
The Sex Museum?
That was a very traumatizing experience.
Really?
Yes. I did not need to see all that. I felt like I was too young. And even with a parent, I feel like the parent would be too young. Like, it's just, it was, nah, I was not.
Well, you went, your siblings went, and I went, and we went separately. And I'm kind of glad we did. I don't think that was something I'd like to experience with my kids with me. Like, you know.
Yeah, especially not if you. I remember doing this, and I'm out.
Okay. Devin W says Cleveland just has a glow to it. Xander says
Indeed.
my hometown is like a ghost town. Less than 2,000 people, mostly farmland and empty property. It's unsettling at night, but beautiful during the day. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I bet traffic ain't that bad.
Devin W says, if you don't mind me asking, what town was it and what state? Yeah, I was going to ask that too, Xander. It's in South Texas. Okay.
Oh, smokes.
Yeah. Ooh. But yeah, I definitely, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I hate when I go. I mean, I like experiencing things through young people. The young people, they really enjoyed it. And then that made me enjoy it. But just fireworks on their own, I would never go.
Yeah, no. Because you're mainly there, like, especially if you're bringing, like, any kind of relatives, it's to see the joy and the smile on them that you kind of can't really replicate anywhere else. I mean, you can, if you know how to really get that out of them. But yeah, it's just the child wonder that, oh my God, wow.
Yeah, they do. They be so wow. I know. Okay, RKS Mutual said just got done playing on the harp to Lee Oscar before the rain. No words, just harmonica. Xander A says jovial harmonica noises rise in the distance.
Ooh.
Devin W says, I've lived next to the lake my whole life. There's no empty space, and the house prices are so bad it makes me laugh sometimes.
Ooh.
Ooh, the price of houses, period. I don't know anywhere else, but here it's ridiculous. Same house you could get for $1,000 5 years ago is now $70,000, and it has no floors, no windows, no door, no walls, nothing. It's just a
Mm.
studs.
Yay,
Okay.
4 walls.
No walls, studs.
Oh.
Let me see. Let me see. Evan W says oh no, I already said that one. Devin W also said I've never been to Texas either.
Me neither. Wouldn't mind checking that place out.
Yeah,
Seems like it'd be a nice time.
I got a few places under my belt, but it's definitely a lot more I could go see.
Darn it, I put a knot in this.
Some places that I go to out of necessity is like, you'd be surprised. I'm gonna tell you though, and then people was like, of course, I was shocked that Washington D.C. is a party state. The whole state, it's a party.
Makes sense.
Yes, I was shocked. And then it was like, okay, I guess so. I mean, you got all them politicians there. Of course, I was thinking like, yeah, it ain't gonna be all that. Oh my God. It's just like so many streets where it's just bar after bar after bar. You just go from one bar to the next bar to the next bar. And everybody does that. And it's like a whole street full of bars. You just go from one to the next to the next to the next. And it's like whatever your vibe is, it's on that street. And then it's another street around the corner where they got that too. It's it's U Street where they have all the parties and all that other stuff. And the street around the corner from that, I cannot remember. And then it's Madison Adams or Adams Madison or something like that. I think it is Madison Adams. That's the street. Adam Madison. I don't know. I'm gonna stop here because I don't know. But yeah. Let me see. Devin W says 150 to 600,000, and it was a 2-bedroom house. If you ever been in DC, you'd be surprised how small the White House looks. Actually, yeah, it does. It looks small.
It looks very small.
The thing that was upsetting, well, not upsetting, but unsettling to me, we went as close as we could get to the White House. Because at this time, I think it was, I don't know, something was going. They had armed guard around it. It was barricaded. You couldn't get in. You couldn't take a tour, nothing like that. You could only get, I think, only within 200,000 feet. So, when I went, your brother was little. He was smaller. I think he was about 11 or 12. And so he was kind of like scared to walk up. So the guy was like, you ain't got to be scared of me, little man. Come here. He's got this big gun that's half his body. Huge. All this weaponry. He's got on the army outfit. He's got guns. It was a gun on his hip here, on the right, on the left. It was a big, huge gun. He had to be about 6 feet tall. When I say that gun had to be 4 feet tall. It was huge. You talking about, you ain't got to be scared of me. I'm scared of you. Not unless the kid. You talking about, yeah, you could come up here. And I'm like, yeah, no. Shoot. Are you playing? Talking about, don't be scared. I'm scared. And I don't scare you.
Just walk over. Hi, how are you reaching? Like, no.
I know, right? Like, he's 11. You know, and I'm just like,
11? What happens if we put a 9 in front of it?
So I was like, So I'm like, I'm holding his hand. I'm scared to walk up to, like, what's this? Why is this? Like,
Who is this?
Don't play with me now. Ooh. But yes. Let me see. I think they have a huge fence now that's like 20 feet tall. Yeah, considering who's president, they need a 20-foot. They need a 50-foot tall fence. And they need to triple the guard. I'm just saying. Y'all take from that whatever you want to take. Last but my nose stuck up.
Want some tissue?
Gotta protect the fragile institution that is the government. Yeah.
How you calling it a fragile institution?
That's what Xander said. Devin say that's so true.
That's funny.
Fragile institution.
Come on, guys. Y'all don't have to be that mean to some people that don't want us to know anything.
It's an institution, all right.
Come on, guys. They have feelings, even if it's just.
Who got feelings? No, they don't.
Well, I mean, it's
Animatronic.
No, they have as much feelings as fish bones.
They got as much feelings as a piranha while eating his prey.
They got as much feeling as a rock.
Yeah, I said it. They got as much sympathy as a piranha does while eating its prey.
Or just a piranha in general. Them boys don't feel nothing.
Oh, let me see. Wait, so true. Some kids were buying mega hats and made me upset. One of my friends crashed out. Wait, some kids were buying mega hats and it made me upset. And one of my friends crashed out.
What are mega hats?
I have no idea. What's mega hats? Xander. That is what Xander said. Okay. It was, Devin W says, it was funny but also annoying. And Xander says, oh, speak the truth, Mama J. Yeah. Yep. I definitely, yeah. That's my feeling on the subject.
But, Mom, they have feelings.
Yeah, they got feelings, all right. They only feel the money in their hand, and that's it.
Yeah,
they
that's
don't care how they get it.
Oh, you thought I meant emotions?
Yeah. None whatsoever. Huh. Make America great again. Yep, I know exactly how to make it great.
When was
again.
it great in the first place?
The whole concept of what he's saying, you know, a lot of people put what they want, they spend on it, whatever. I don't care. I don't care what it's supposed to mean. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care what it's supposed to mean, all this other kind of stuff. You know, the fact that, you know, so much gets excused and we just let so much slide and there's so much being, I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just going to make sure I don't get caught up in the rhetoric and I keep my stuff together. They say my ducks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me see. Make America great again. And then Devin W says that's what it means. Xander says, can't we just make America better than it was yesterday? Then Devin W says, no, I don't mean that. MW says, I don't agree with our president. Xander says straight up. I mean,
make it better than it was. What are you looking for change? What are you believing in Abe Lincoln?
No, our change was Obama. That was our change president.
What? Obama? Next you're gonna tell me you want someone like Kennedy again. Like,
yeah, true. At least when Obama was in president, you did actually have some change in your pocket. Now it's getting so crazy out here. Man, it's just, it used to be that the poor could get services. Now they just dying off. Nobody cares.
who wants to hear my Trump impression?
No! Go ahead, do the Trump impression. All right, y'all, be prepared to be freaked out.
Is that even all that good sometimes? Well, it might be. I don't know.
Just to hear Trump's voice coming out of your face,
that's
the part.
Oh, you think it'll be even better if I wear this red hat?
Go ahead. Do you, boo? Do your thing.
I'm just waiting to see what they think. Like, I don't know if I'm feeling Trump tonight.
Well, they gotta hear it first so they can understand the freak out.
What?
Oh God. No, what is Diddy saying? Is it Free Thoughts?
I think it is.
Oh shoot! Oh no! Just realized what I said.
Hey,
Okay.
I don't know nothing about Diddy, Sean Combs for real.
Ooh,
There we go. Now I got the red hat on. You know what that means?
gotta do the voice.
Indeed. Oh,
Do the
hey,
voice.
just said something.
Come on now, don't be like Soldier and be dragging it out. Get to it.
But we got a nice little reply here.
Okay, wait. Let Trump expand the presidency terms, then bring back Obama. They wouldn't expect it. WW say W Obama. RKS Mutual says Donald.
Yeah, come on now. We can't just let Obama get the same rules that I've been dishing out. That's not how we do things. We're gonna build a wall around that. It's gonna be only my rules. If you're not Cheeto, you can't have these. I need a birth certificate. Okay, that's what I need. Gonna make America great again.
Donald, tell me about Bigfoot. That's what RKS Mutual said. Woo! I just.
He was a brother of mine. No, I'm saying.
Woo.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
just funny that people are like, he got little hands. When did that
Xander's
happen?
laughing about a birth certificate.
You know, because what? Why would you ask another grown man for that?
A lot of things that he does makes no sense. But you know what? He's still here though.
You know, like I don't. Okay.
I did one tenth of the stuff he was doing. I'd be so up under the jail. And it's like, well, wait a minute.
The thing that kills me, like you brought up Diddy like a few seconds ago. The fact that man, everyone is still to this day, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. No, you're weird. You're weird. You know, nobody trusts that man. Like who? Why would you trust him if he has 1,000 bottles of baby oil? That's weird. But Mr. Red Hat Trump flirting with his own daughter, and nobody's talking about that.
Ugh. Okay. That was gross.
If she wasn't my daughter, like, oh no.
WW say I'd like to say I don't believe in Bigfoot until he's chasing me, but naked through the woods at 3 a.m. I'm one of those too. I see it to believe it, baby. Don't tell me about nothing. I need to see it to believe it.
Sasquatch.
Oh, it's not even Sasquatch, common stuff. I had guys tell me stuff, and I'd be like, okay, well, let me see. Yes.
So you know something that I said that would be so funny, and a lot of people who have like really big egos would get really offended. Is if no matter what the guy is like, how well put he is. But I personally thought it'd be the funniest thing if any lady or male or whoever's with the guy, second he goes zip thing. Oh, look at the little guy. Oh, she's so cute. That would be funny.
That's one of the TV shows. Okay, Xander says, I got a random ass question, y'all. All right, Xander, let's hear it. And then Devin W says, dude, I forgot about Trump talking about his daughter.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's talking about that. He's weird. Man, forget the baby oil. Save the baby. Oh my God.
All of it is terrible.
He's so weird.
But all these people are just regular humans. I mean, you don't be shocked when you hear about the dude, that's doing crazy in the streets, just regular Joe Blow, regular. And why did I have to say that? Just regular Sam Smith, regular. Plain old. But people be shocked when celebrities get caught. You know they just regular people, right?
They are?
They put on their pants one leg at a time, just like everybody else.
No, they jump straight into their pants and then start busting a move.
Nothing different. Let me see. Devin W said, I like my suitcase. Okay.
Understandable.
I need a new one. Or I don't know. Okay, wait. Xander says there is one where there's woman, blue hair, black ink sleeves, works at the local convenience store I buy cigs and beer at. I like her. I can tell she likes me,
Oh,
but I refuse to approach a woman that's working. Should I ask her for her number?
well, yeah, okay. So, in my experience, whenever like you're a customer somewhere and you got the person's attention, it's just you and them. It's just y'all against the world. So I feel like when you have her attention, you say something, she, smile, laugh. That's when you be like, hey, real quick, you know, I know you're busy right now, but whenever you're not busy, whenever you get off work, like to hang out, get to know you better. That's all you need to. Can I get your number? That sentence alone, there you go. Because if she likes you, then she'll, of course, write it down on your receipt. There you go. Um, yeah.
I don't know about. Let me see. I just don't want to be disrespectful to her because she's trying to work. Okay, so WW says embrace the fear. So I'm gonna tell you, even when I'm busy, the way I like to be approached, even if I'm at work, when the guy says to me, first thing, hello, how are you doing? And then I say, I'm fine, how are you? And then if they, be like, oh, well, I see you're busy.
So you're working right
I
now.
see you working right now. I was wondering maybe if I could call you later, when you off work. Or if I give you my number, can you call me at your convenience?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like, I like when a guy, first of all, always say hello. I hate anything other than hello. Or, hey, yeah, I hate sub. I hear what up? Hey, baby, down. Yeah. Hello. Hello, how you doing? That's a great start. Anything other than that? I hate that.
I stick with being friendly. So if there is a
So, Blair Opa, welcome to the podcast. He says, bro, put your hat on properly, please. Cracking up laughing.
You ain't the boss of me. So anywho, how you doing, buddy? But yeah. I mean, I tend to be like real friendly with it. Be like, hey, how you doing?
Okay, and then Devin W says, as long as she's not like carrying a 500-pound crate, it's probably not rude to make conversation. I mean,
true.
It's a compliment when men approach you and talk to you and stuff like that. It lets you know that somebody appreciates the look that you put out there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, don't be afraid. Yeah. They can smell your fear.
Yeah, women like to be complimented. I love to be complimented. I just don't go overboard with it. Don't be creepy with it.
Yeah, I love how we both just. But yeah, I mean, and then on top of that, even if you are like a little nervous or whatever, a lot of people find that cute. But at least like you have the confidence to actually, And
it's nothing wrong if you just say that. Just be like, you know what? I'm nervous.
Be honest.
Yes. Because if you say, I really want to ask you for your number, but I'm nervous, because I'm afraid of what you got. And if she laughed, oh, you got it.
She like, oh, shoot.
Xander, which isn't what I was going for. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Wait, let me go back. Thanks for the advice. I'll start with a friendly hello. I've complimented her tats and nails. She may think I'm gay, honestly, which isn't what I was going for.
No.
No. It's not if you, compliment her hair and nails. No. Yeah. She's not going to automatically assume you gay.
No, that's a guy thing. That's what guys do. Yeah. But, yeah, you can like people's features without, because I tell people all the time, oh, I like your hair, I like your nails, because it's aesthetically pleasing. Like, it's the reason why they put those on. It's cool.
He's been complimenting people since he could talk.
Yeah, like that stuff is, man, yeah, be honest, yeah, shoot.
Yeah, and
One of
it's
these days I might just,
I don't think, and then too, at least you'll know. You know, I don't know if it's best to just go without knowing, or would you rather know?
he ain't the boss of me.
Well, seeing how I don't even know if they're still here. Let's see. David W. He's right. They can smell fear, and they can smell too much fear. They'll tackle you. They'll tackle you and eat your jugular.
You know?
Okay. Then Devin W. said that's why I wear foil everywhere I go.
That's funny.
So, Blair Opa said nothing is wrong with complimenting someone, no matter the gender. That's true too.
Mm-hmm.
Devin W says it saves money on sunscreen. Oh, the foil.
I love this guy.
Xander, I've had a few girls like that, Devin.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but women do. They love it. You know, I tell other women all the time, oh my God, your hair is beautiful. Or I love that outfit, Diva. Or and they just be like, thank you.
Yeah.
And then they say the same to me. And I be like, thank you. I know I was sitting in, I was trying the noodle company for the first time. And I was sitting there, and the lady was walking out the door. She just turned around. She said, you're everything. It's just so pretty. And I was like, thanks. I know.
I didn't even know that.
Right.
Because, I mean, it's the same thing, like, if I randomly get a compliment out of nowhere, I'm like, oh, thank you. Because, it was one time I was wearing that Handsome Devil shirt, right? And I held the door open for some elder ladies and everything. And then they was like, oh, thank you, Handsome Devil. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, so yeah,
I
compliments.
forgot I was wearing the shirt.
It's just it's like when you give a person a good morning.
Yeah.
Compliments are
It's a nice
the same
little
thing.
high five.
Yeah,
Nice little boost to your day.
It is. It's just kindness that you passing on. I don't think it's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no. Especially if the person is sitting there like, did I put this on right? And it sounds like, oh my God, that is so cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
Reaffirms.
Says this girl that likes me constantly makes fun of everything I do, and I don't take it to heart, but it definitely makes me not want to be around them. Oh yeah.
Well,
making fun and criticizing.
I mean, it kind of depends on how they're doing it. Like, if they're doing it in the same vein that, like, a male friend would do, like, man, look at this guy with his red hair. Man, take that off. Stop hating. You know, because that's how my friends will be. Like, we actually show genuine care and love and everything, but of course we'll crack jokes like, man, look at him, looking like Bob the Builder. But if it's like excessive and sounds mean, then yeah, you can definitely let the person know, like, hey, stop that. And that's up to them. That's where the real test comes in. Because if they go, my fault, I didn't mean it like that. You know, I was just having a little fun. I didn't mean to actually upset you. Then that's how you know they're a good person. But if they go, man, I ain't gonna get your goofy. And that's when you.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm not wearing this hat at all correctly.
You so silly.
I'm just having a nice time.
Yeah, it's people that make fun and people that criticize. I just be like, so you ain't got nothing else to do?
Nope.
It's all about me.
You know?
Oh, and then I flip it on them. I be like, so why you just concentrate on me so much? They be like, oh, I'm not. I can't tell.
You know?
Every other word out your mouth is my name.
Yeah,
you sure?
That's me.
And then I've went on people like, do you like me?
You
Is
know,
that
like,
what it is? Is it?
You're
You
really
got
into
grudge?
me, aren't you?
Oh, you are so into me. It's gotta be because you just always
you won't stop.
Either they'll leave you alone or they'll confess like, okay, yeah, I like you. Okay, hold on. Let me see. W says she tries too hard to be funny to the point it makes me embarrassed. What? Yeah, no. And then Blair Opa says, It's a form of endearment until it goes too far or cringy.
Yep.
Yeah. But if you're not comfortable, it don't matter what
Yeah, it
what
don't.
the
Yeah.
intentions are. Right. Because I always say it don't matter. Like people say, oh, I'm just playing. Well, it's not playing if we both not having
Yeah.
fun.
It's unless everyone's having fun,
Right.
then no
Then
one. Yeah.
then no. If you're not comfortable, then no. No, that's unacceptable. Okay, so Devin W said, I think you should flip the hat inside out. Um, Devin W also said, oh, exactly, for the it's a form of endearment until it goes too far cringy. Xander says, I think the hat is perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
Laughing.
Quite
Devin W
nice.
says she's definitely tried to hit on me, but her tactics need some work. And then tell her that.
Yeah. You can definitely be honest.
Tell her. Be like, look, boo,
Like, I get what you're doing.
Yeah, I
But
appreciate the attention, but your tactics are all out of whack, boo. That's not my love language. It's not. It don't appeal to me. I can tell you what you can do.
Yeah. Like that's definitely because the thing I've learned, people are not mind readers, right? Like they can try, but they'll never know. Like perfect example, Mom. Did you know that the lawnmower is so finicky? I have to pull it backwards in order to mow the lawn.
No.
See? She didn't know. She would have never known unless I told her. So, with that being said, that's the perfect example. Definitely let the person know. So, that way.
So, Blue Apple says the hat. Bro, the hat. Cracking up laughing. And then Devin W says, I don't know, dude. It's just how high school goes.
It's one of those high school things. Man, at this point, I'm expecting her to just start.
That's what I was gonna say. Right, because high school,
because it's so hard to express your feelings when you're trying to still develop and everything. At least for me, right? Because I tried telling a girl that I liked her, didn't know how to say it, felt embarrassed, and instead of like saying it normally, I just yelled it at her and it ran off.
Yeah.
It didn't go so well.
When I was in school, the boy that liked me, he punched me in my side. That's so I could know he liked me. Then I had another boy that liked me, he kicked me in my shin. There was another boy that liked me and pulled my braids, my braided ponytails. He pulled both of them at the same time and pushed me. And I was like, okay. There was another boy that liked me. He was beating up my brother, and I ended up beating him up. Then he didn't like me no more. So I don't understand that. Where does that come from?
I like you a lot.
I know, like, where does that come from?
I guess people will try to have the excuse of it's hard to express myself, but again, just the same way you'd express yourself around people you like actually, like your family members, if you rock with them, just the same thing, but extra, right? Like I give hugs to my family members, but with my girlfriend, I give hugs and kisses.
Yeah,
like,
I'm thinking you should illustrate like you like your grandma. Are you punching her in the eye?
Ooh.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Devin W says no. She's always trying to borrow my stuff, like my sunglasses or bracelets. Thank God I never wear any hats around her.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I had this really big gray hoodie. It was really comfortable. My girlfriend stole it.
Yeah, his girl got it.
Should be stealing all my hoodies. I'm running out of hoodies.
Okay. Now Xander says, I just wanted to say this live has become the most grounding part of my week. Thanks for existing, y'all.
Oh, thank you. Thank
you
you for existing.
Right.
We wouldn't be here without you.
I mean, we
Go
going off
two-way
each other,
bridge.
right?
Yeah.
You bringing in the positivity, we giving it back.
So with that being said, there's a Cash App link in the description if anyone wants to fund my hoodies. She keeps stealing.
Your girlfriend keeps taking his hoodies.
You know, soon she's gonna take my hat. Don't tell her about the hats.
Devin W says this is super refreshing stream because every other stream is like some dude begging for likes or views. No, it's just if we build it, they will come.
Like I don't like begging for anything or like trying to, hey, did you see it? Did you see it? Because that sounds annoying and I annoy myself with that. And I don't want that. So I'm not doing that to anyone else. So it's like, if you like, you do. If you subscribe, you do. I'll probably only mention it once every other video or within the outro because now it's part of the outro. But outside of that, I'm not a beggar. I'm just an entertainer. So, you know.
Hey, I just say we're gonna slowly find our tribe. That's all.
Hey, so.
And then once we find our tribe, that's it.
Because I remember I was like chilling out with some of my friends, and he was watching a video where this man was like, "Hey guys, we just started. Make sure you like the video." He just kept going loud as all get out, and he was like, "We're about to go and summon for this character." Second, he got like one really good whatever. He flipped. Oh my god, that deserves a like, you guys. I'm like. He needs a beverage or something. Like, geez Louise, no more coffee for that guy.
So then, Xander says, straight up, I was in a stream like that, donated, joined the Discord, then had a hella toxic experience with a mod. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I hate that.
Blair Blair Appa says, begging for likes and views. Ew. Like and subscribe, by the way. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes, thank you.
Second, I get out of this.
W says, I've watched some streamers actively go insane trying to get views and find easy and cheap ways to get views.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. Like, I see people do the most extreme stuff. Like, if you guys like and we get to 100 likes, I'm going to do a backflip right off my roof. I'm not doing that.
Oh, God.
No, it's
okay,
crazy.
Blair Alpha says, but seriously, no need for any of that. I think that is TBH. What's TBH?
To be honest.
Oh, to be honest. Okay. Xander says, do you have a donate button?
I don't know how to set that up. All I got is just the thing
He
in
had
the
his
description.
Cash App
In the
link.
description, but
yeah, in the
outside
description.
of that,
I'm sorry. He's got his Cash App in the description, but
which I even didn't even think to do that. Like somebody else gave me the suggestion. I was like, oh yeah, right. I forgot I have that.
A donate button?
No, a Cash App.
Oh.
And then that too. Like I don't know how to set that up. Like I'm just here. Am I able to set that up? I don't even. Do I have to be at 1,000 subscribers first?
To what, do a donate?
I think I don't know.
I don't think so. For YouTube?
It's so confusing.
See, I would have to research because, like I say, I am a Facebook and TikTok person. I do not know. I have a YouTube channel, but I do not know much about YouTube. I left YouTube years ago. If I see something cool, I might like the video and scroll, but this stream made me want to stick around for the next time. Hey!
Oh, that's nice.
We love seeing people come back.
You know, you definitely will be mentioned and all that. Fun guy. You're a fun guy.
Devin W says, I'll give you some quarters in person. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Xander says, I don't know how to work Cash App, but I will now learn that I feel old with all this new.
That's what I'm saying.
Tech.
Like, man, that is just.
And then Blue Opera says, make sure to support his patronage. He doesn't have one yet.
Oh, Patreon?
Patreon, yeah, okay.
Shoot.
What is Patreon?
Another thing where you can donate money.
Oh, okay.
Shoot, I need it. I guess I'll set that up.
Patreon. That's what Xander just said. Make a Patreon.
All right, I'll do that. Put both of those in the link, and then
link it
and then I'll learn how to make the little donate button, so then that way people can, you know, donate to me getting a hoodie that she can't steal.
She took his hoodie.
Why would she do that though? I mean, to be fair, in all honesty, it was actually very convenient because it was one time I went over there. It was like really hot, and I didn't pack anything because it's hot, right? And then as we're like chilling out, then it got really windy and cold, and I'm like, thank goodness you stole this hoodie, man.
Typical Michigan.
Ah.
And I'll learn how to use that too.
Yeah.
Okay, Xander says. Okay.
Shoot, my schedule's kind of starting to because first I gotta, once I'm done with this, then I'll join back my other like voice acting friends, probably get my butt kicked in a video game or two. Then I gotta learn how to do a Patreon, and then join my other friends like Blair and them. That's gonna be a fun time. Probably draw something else, and then get up to go back to DoorDash. Oh boy.
Xander said my ex took my Whitechapel T-shirt and all my what is this? Slipknot T-shirts.
Slipknot T-shirt, man.
Okay, and then Devin W says, why does YouTube always have to be changing their settings and stuff?
See, that's another funny thing, because I had a video that was a little distasteful, but it was fine for YouTube back then. Then they changed their terms of service, and because my video did not fit the new terms of service, it got flagged. And I'm like, what? How was I supposed to know that y'all was going to change things?
In the past,
what
the rules was going to be.
And I was a child at the time. Like, what are you doing, dog?
Okay, RKS Mutual, do you train in boxing? Halo Devil 5083. Is that your name?
Well, no, see, like, that's like the little like random extra tag on YouTube specifically that they gave me, but no, it's just, I mean, I could add the 20X that I have on PlayStation, so that way it'll be like that across the board. I guess I will, but yeah.
Do you train in boxing?
No, but I'd love to. I just don't trust myself to fight nobody though.
And Xander says, I miss those shirts.
I understand that.
And once your ex make off with something, you ain't
Where's my
getting
shirt?
it back.
You mean my shirt?
Exactly. You ain't getting it back. Yes, sir.
Hun, please. And then it's like, you can't steal their shirts because their shirts won't fit you.
They'll fit, but ooh, they're gonna be so
They're gonna
sexy.
be a tight fit.
They're gonna be so sexy. And they ain't gonna be what you was hoping for. Oh, okay, someone's biting me on the back of my
But
back.
yeah, see, like with me though, like when it comes to like certain sports or whatever, I get competitive, right? And I've learned when I've been in like, when I've had like a few small fighting experiences, whenever I get hit, adrenaline goes to the max, and then I get upset at the fact that I got hit. So now I start fighting even harder. Plus, I'm competitive. And don't let my family be watching. Now I'm even more competitive to not lose. It's just all bad.
So Xander said they didn't even fit her. She was like 6 feet tall and 230 pounds. I was 5'3" and 101. They were crop tops on her. That's why she stole. That's why she stole them.
That too. That's
and then
hilarious.
Devin W says real. RKS Visual says you got a thick neck. Thick neck is hard to knock out. Well,
Yeah.
and you ain't seen him stand up. Woo. Yeah, has a very intimidating stature.
Which is weird. Like, I'm not even trying to be intimidating, but it's just like,
Yeah,
I just stand, I go, y'all need some assistance? Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That was still super funny. Like, there was one time while I was in, I think elementary, and I still have like a growth spurt, and there was this kid who was like, you know what? Dad, me? I was in the office. He was like, Dad, me? Yeah, you. I'm sick of you. Stand up. We about to fight. Right here in the office? Yep. He stood up. I was like, okay. Actually, never mind. You can sit back down.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Xander says, like, she looked good in them, but still.
That's what I'm saying. Like you guys steal my hood. I mean, yeah.
Because we look so good in men t-shirts, men boxers, men shorts, men everything. Oh, a woman in a beater with some basketball shorts.
See. That's the thing. That's the thing. For me, if I ever see my lady in like basketball shorts, a beater, and a hoodie, no makeup, no nothing, and then she just wake up and her hair's all, I can't describe anything past that point, but just know, like.
Okay, Xander says, I used to be intimidating, but today I made my old angry face in the mirror at work and laughed. Now, Blair Opa said, RKS has a point. Halo is a big guy, easy, 6 feet tall, built, thick neck, perfect build for a fighter. Actually, he's 6'6".
That's what ID says. Like, it was so funny when I went to the
Wait, and then Devin W says, I started working out last school year, and it completely changed my life. Okay.
Yeah, I need to start doing that as well. Because, you know,
You look like you've been working out.
yeah, but I don't feel like I've been working out. You know what I mean?
I said that the other day too. I was like, damn, you been working out because you look like it.
I mean, I just hop out of the car and give people
Well, you're
food.
naturally muscular anyway, so it doesn't take a lot. When you're naturally muscular, it doesn't take a lot to get you too muscular. You know, so like some people have to work at it, but you know,
that explains why I was doing a little bit of stuff every day in high school and just had abs. I want to get those back.
So then RKS Mutual say 6'6", what WTF? I almost said it. WTF. Xander says, I want a t-shirt that says thick neck on it. Devin W says YMCA. RKS Mutual, bro, that's wild height. Yes. Xander says, I have the sight of a 90s stoner.
I feel you on that. And then it was even funnier when at some point me and my buddies, you know, wearing them, we was all talking about each other's weight and whatever, just wondering how much we all weighed. And I was like, you know what? I'm curious myself. So they was all saying like they're all like 130, 140, 150. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. One of my friends, he hit like 210. And I was like, all right, guys, I came back. I'm 248. Hey, 248? Oh my God. It's going to take all of us to lift you. What?
You know what else is shocking?
I'm not saying it. You can't make me. Play me off, hat.
Actually, 10 minutes over.
10 minutes over? Nah.
Yes.
You meant under.
No.
Guys, we have to go for 10 more minutes.
It has been 10 minutes over.
That's crazy. Well, y'all have any other questions, comments, or concerns before we wrap this up?
Let me see. Xander say music. Xander say probably not. RKS Mutual says forget the thick neck. You need a damn step ladder to hit him. Blair Opa says hi. Devin W says some guy told me that if I started working out, I could definitely get huge and decided I couldn't hurt. And I decided I couldn't hurt. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it couldn't hurt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel you on that because I'm gonna try to do the same thing, you know, because I wouldn't mind because my arms don't feel big enough, right? Like this doesn't, you know, it's like my good arm, but that still doesn't. It's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not enough. So it's not where I want to be. So I'm gonna try to get better, and yeah.
Now I feel more and more strong and capable of Devin W.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Like I want to be able to pick up a car. But with that being said, I guess we'll bring this to a close. I don't want to, but we gotta. With that being said,
all right, let's give a shout out to everybody who stopped in today.
Indeed.
Go through and
like
see the list.
4, maybe 5 people.
Okay, so we had Blackout Zeno stop in. Xander, Eventful Silver, the Noodlehead.
That's funny.
I know. Then we also had Devin W.
Thanks for showing up. We got 2 of us. How you doing?
As RKS Mutual.
Always great to see you, buddy.
Always good to see you. And Xander, so glad to see you come back today.
You know, like it's always nice to see you, man.
I love when we have the returns. I can't wait till we get to the point. Oh, and then Blair Opa.
Yeah.
Happy you dropped in.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes, definitely. I just can't wait till we, get to the point where we just be like, pretty much now you can just go ahead and say RKS Mutual is one of our regulars.
Indeed.
Yes. So, okay, RKS Mutual says he's out.
Understandable.
Right. Yes. Make sure you come back, RKS.
Indeed.
Okay, Blair Opa says I drop in when I can. All right.
Which I respect it. Thanks, buddy.
Yes, we love seeing everybody. So definitely come back because y'all definitely the best part of my day. I know.
So, with that being said, everyone, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and
share
the notifications on so you never miss another one of these videos. Feel free to check out any of my other stuff or anyone else's videos. You know, Night's Still Going Young. Heck, any of the like channels I have listed below of all my other friends, feel free to see their stuff. They're pretty fun people. Unless y'all don't want them to, you know, that's up to y'all. But with
All
that being
right, so
said,
we got a wave by to Blair Opa, and
yes,
Sadler says, glad to see y'all.
indeed. With that being said, I've been your host. That's from Mama J, and this has been Box of Topics. Because you never know
What you gonna get?
what you're gonna get. This is gonna get sadder and sadder every time. Like it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna be like some hours up, and I'm start crying like I just saw Lion King. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, time flies when you have fun.
No.
It flew.
you know, like I mean, to be fair, this is gonna lead me to having a Q&A. And I'd love that, you know, like a panel or a Q&A. Man, that's A1. So, with that being said, I'll see you all later.